The silence is over. After weeks of deafening criticism, relentless headlines, and ruthless fan backlash, Angel Reese has finally had enough. The Chicago Sky star, once hailed as the face of the WNBA's new era, is now speaking out for the first time since the media storm erupted, and what she said left the entire sports world stunned. From being called overhyped to accusations that she is all talk and no substance, Angel has watched as pundits picked apart her game, her attitude, and even her place in the league. Social media exploded with clips of her turnovers, missed layups, and viral arguments. Commentators openly questioned if she belonged on the same court as Caitlin Clark. One even said, "She's riding on hype, not talent." But now, Angel Reese is firing back. In a raw, emotional, and unfiltered interview, Angel looked straight into the camera and said 5 words that changed everything. "I'm done being silent now." She exposed the double standards, the racism, the manipulation, and she didn't hold back. What started as a media attack has now triggered a movement, because Angel Reese isn't just defending herself, she's declaring war. And this is just the beginning. Before the storm, Angel Reese was flying high. The former LSU sensation had carried her swagger, style, and dominance straight into the WNBA spotlight. Dubbed the Bayou Barbie, she was more than just a baller. She was a brand, a symbol, and, to many, the face of a new, unapologetic era of women's basketball. Drafted by the Chicago Sky, Angel Reese entered the league with massive expectations. Her college battles with Caitlin Clark were still fresh in everyone's minds. Endorsements poured in. Cameras followed her every move. Reebok signed her. Fans either adored her or couldn't stand her. But no one ignored her. And that's when things started to unravel. The moment Caitlin Clark stepped into the WNBA, the narrative shifted. While Clark was painted as the humble hero, the golden girl lifting the sport, Reese became the lightning rod. Every missed shot was magnified. Every emotional outburst was scrutinized. The media didn't just critique her game, they attacked her character. Headlines went from Angel Reese, rising star, to Angel Reese, locker room liability. Then came the brutal losses. Chicago Sky fell in standings. Angel's stats dipped. Videos went viral of her arguing with teammates. Former players started throwing subtle shade. Anonymous sources whispered that she was difficult to coach and not focused. And while all of this unfolded, Angel stayed quiet. Until now. In her first sit-down interview since the chaos erupted, Angel Reese opened up about the pressure, the betrayal, and the pain she's kept bottled up for months. Speaking through tears, she revealed the mental toll of being vilified, the struggle of being held to an impossible standard, and how the league's media machine built her up just to tear her down. But it wasn't just a sob story. It was a call to arms. Angel called out the hypocrisy, the way certain players are praised for passion while she's condemned for the same, the way white athletes are celebrated for fire, while black women are labeled angry. She didn't name names, but the message was clear, and it sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Fans who had turned on her are now second-guessing. Players who stayed silent are finally speaking up, and the media, they're scrambling to respond. Because when Angel Reese talks, people listen. This interview isn't just a response, it's a reset. A moment that could change how we view WNBA stars, how we judge emotion, and how quickly we tear down black excellence when it doesn't fit a certain mold. Angel Reese isn't asking for pity. She's demanding respect. And for the first time in weeks, the story isn't about her being a problem. It's about her being a problem for the people who thought she'd stay silent. The league has been put on notice, and the real chaos is just beginning. The interview was raw, powerful, and brutally honest. But just as Angel Reese was starting to reclaim her voice, the league and media hit back hard. Within 24 hours of the interview airing, major WNBA commentators started dissecting every sentence. ESPN anchors questioned whether Angel was playing the victim. Sports blogs accused her of deflecting from poor performance. Social media exploded. with hashtags like hashtag accountability matters trending, clearly aimed at discrediting her narrative. But that wasn't the biggest twist. Behind the scenes, an anonymous leak from inside the Chicago Sky's organization surfaced, and it changed everything. According to the leak, several players on the team had grown tired of Angel's attitude and were relieved when she finally spoke out, believing it would mark the beginning of the end. The leak even included claims that team leaders had met privately with coaches and management to discuss the long-term chemistry problem Angel was creating in the locker room. It was a knife to the back. Angel had defended her teammates during the interview. She refused to throw anyone under the bus. She said she still believed in her squad and wanted to build unity. But while she was trying to protect them, someone inside the camp was betraying her anonymously, but with brutal precision. This revelation stunned fans. Suddenly, the story shifted again. Not just Angel versus the media, but Angel versus her own team. Was the locker room really fractured beyond repair? Was Angel right all along? That she was being targeted not just from the outside, but from within? Insider reporters began to dig deeper. One veteran beat writer claimed that at least 2 veteran players were pushing for Angel to be traded at the end of the season. Another source alleged that assistant coaches were divided, with some blaming Angel for the team's instability and others blaming the system for failing her. Reese's own fans rallied to her defense. They flooded Instagram with support, tagging the Sky in posts saying, "Y'all don't deserve her." TikTok creators dissected the betrayal frame by frame, pointing out how teammates had looked cold or dismissive in post-game interviews. And now, it all made sense. But here's where the first major twist landed. Shaquille O'Neal, NBA legend, media mogul, and one of Angel's most high-profile mentors, went live on his podcast and absolutely unloaded on the WNBA. "You got a future superstar, an Angel Reese," he said, fire in his voice. "And y'all out here treating her like she's disposable, like she's not a queen? Let me be real. If I was running a team, I'd build around her. You don't trade talent like that. You protect it." Shaq then called out certain teammates for leaking stories to the media. He warned that what happened to Angel could happen to any strong black woman who didn't play by the rules. Boom. Just like that. Angel wasn't alone anymore. And the war wasn't just about media narratives now. It was about power, legacy, and who controls the future of the WNBA. Shaq's public defense of Angel Reese didn't just shake the internet. It set off a chain reaction that exposed how deep the tension really went inside the WNBA. Within hours of Shaq's viral podcast clip, news broke that Angel Reese had been called into a private emergency meeting with the Chicago Sky front office. According to a leaked memo circulating among reporters, the meeting wasn't just about team dynamics. It was about discipline. Apparently, upper management was furious over the timing and content of Angel's interview, claiming she violated media protocol and jeopardized team unity. But Angel didn't back down. Sources close to the meeting said she told executives flat out, "I've stayed quiet too long. You all made me the face when it was convenient. Now I'm the scapegoat. No, not anymore." But the real shock came when an anonymous assistant coach reportedly pulled Angel aside afterward and warned her that a trade deal was being quietly discussed. That's right, just days after Shaq went public with his support. The same organization Angel gave her heart to was preparing to move on without her. Fans were furious. Social media caught fire again, this time with the hashtag Free Angel Reese trending across platforms. Sports influencers posted videos breaking down possible trade destinations, while insiders revealed that two Western Conference teams had already contacted Angel's reps. But then came the most jaw-dropping revelation. Yet a viral clip from inside the locker room, supposedly recorded just games earlier, was leaked to a WNBA gossip page on TikTok. In the clip, a muffled but clear voice, alleged to be one of Angel's own teammates, could be heard saying, "She thinks she bigger than the team. She ain't no queen. She just loud. The video shook the basketball world. Angel's biggest. Defenders immediately called it proof of the betrayal. Some fans claimed they recognized the voice. Others demanded that the team launch an internal investigation into the leak. The timing couldn't have been worse or more explosive. In response, Angel Reese posted a cryptic tweet that simply read, "Can't fake sisterhood forever." Shaq responded minutes later, "Stand tall. Queens don't kneel to peasants." The league now found itself under pressure from both fans and former players. WNBA veterans began chiming in, with some defending Angel and others suggesting she had a lot of growing up to do. Meanwhile, peer teams scrambled to control the narrative, issuing statements about respect, internal matters, and supporting all players equally. But for Angel, the damage was already done. She wasn't just fighting criticism from media anymore. She was now facing sabotage from inside her own locker room, uncertain leadership from her front office, and a growing whisper campaign to run her out of Chicago altogether. What began as a bold stand for her voice was quickly spiraling into a full-blown career crisis. And yet, Angel still wasn't done, because the final twist: she was about to flip the script in a way no one saw coming. The moment Angel Reese's leaked locker room betrayal went viral, the internet split in two, and the chaos spread far beyond basketball. Fans flooded the WNBA's official pages with furious comments. "You let Caitlin Clark get all the protection, but you let Angel Reese get torn apart. So this is what supporting black women looks like. The league's silence says everything." Hashtag Free Angel Reese trended for 72 hours straight. Several top podcasts dedicated emergency episodes to the unfolding scandal. ESPN's own Stephen A. Smith couldn't stay out of it, dropping a fiery monologue on live television. "This is bigger than Angel Reese. This is about how we treat outspoken, unapologetically proud black women in sports. Period." Shaquille O'Neal doubled down in another Instagram video, this time calling out the WNBA commissioner by name. "You want to build a league? Then protect your stars. You protected Caitlin. Now protect Angel." But the pushback wasn't one-sided. Prominent WNBA analysts started questioning Angel's behavior, suggesting her media outburst was poor timing and disrespectful to the team structure. One former player even said, "There's a way to lead, and there's a way to burn bridges." Angel's walking a dangerous line. Even brands were reacting. Several of Angel Reese's sponsors, including smaller fashion and accessory labels, issued vague statements about valuing professionalism and evaluating ongoing partnerships, while Reebok stood firm, posting a bold graphic saying, "We don't silence athletes, we amplify them." Still, the pressure was building from every direction. Chicago Sky fans showed up to the next game holding signs reading "We got your back, Angel," while others in the crowd chanted "Trade her." During warm-ups, the division was loud, public, and tearing the team's chemistry apart. Meanwhile, the media fed the frenzy. Headline after headline declared, "Angel Reese's Chicago meltdown from hero to headache. Is Angel worth the drama?" But the most damning coverage came from a former teammate who anonymously told a major outlet, "This didn't happen overnight. Angel's been isolating herself for weeks. We tried to help. She just didn't listen." The narrative was being rewritten in real time. What started as Angel's fight to speak her truth had become a nationwide firestorm, fueled by race, gender, fame, and the politics of a league desperately chasing the spotlight. And yet, Angel Reese had one final move left. And when she made it, everything changed. Just when the media firestorm seemed unstoppable, Angel Reese dropped a bombshell that flipped the entire narrative upside down. During a surprise live appearance on a black-owned media platform, not ESPN, not Bleacher Report, but an independent outlet known for championing unfiltered athlete voices, Angel stared into the camera and calmly said, "Y'all think I'm the villain? Nah, I got receipts, and I'm done being everybody's scapegoat." Then, she played a leaked voice note, a female voice, clearly a teammate, though not named, could be heard mocking her behind closed doors. She always acting like the main character. "Girl, this ain't LSU no more. We ain't your fans." Another voice chimed in. "Let her cry to Shaq again. See if he gets her traded too." The room went silent. The internet exploded. Within minutes, Angel was right trended across all platforms. Fans who had doubted her instantly flipped sides. Major blogs began issuing walkbacks. Even a few teammates who previously stayed silent started posting cryptic Instagram stories, including one that said, "Truth always comes to light." But it didn't end there. The Chicago Sky's head coach was asked point blank at a press conference if the voice in the league belonged to one of their starters. His response, "No comment at this time. We're handling it internally." That only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Angel's agency hinted that a documentary deal was already in the works. The story was too big, too raw, and too real to be ignored. Rumors swirled that she was meeting with Netflix execs, prepping to tell her own side. No filters, no edits, no league-approved PR. And just when it seemed Angel had regained control of the narrative, she ended the live stream with a forward cliffhanger that sent chills down every WNBA fan's spine. "I'm not done yet." No one knows what she meant exactly. A transfer, a lawsuit, a tell-all. But one thing was certain. Angel Reese had just declared war, and the entire sports world was holding its breath, waiting for her next move. So now the world watches. Angel Reese has shattered the silence, exposed the fakeness in her own locker room, and lit a match under a WNBA culture that's been too comfortable brushing things under the rug. She's no longer just a rising basketball star. She's a movement. But where do you stand in all this? Are you riding with Angel through the fire? Or are you one of the doubters she had to clap back at? This is bigger than basketball. This is about respect, truth, and what happens when a black woman refuses to be silenced no matter how much hate is thrown her way. And now more than ever, your voice matters. Flood the comments. Are you on #Team Angel? Or do you think this drama has gone too far? Do you think those leaked voices were real? Should the WNBA investigate? Should players be suspended? Or is Angel playing her own game off the court, flipping the media for power? We're dropping daily updates on this wild story as it unfolds. Leaks, reactions, new angles, everything they don't want you to know. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, because trust me, if you miss the next twist in this saga, you'll be way behind. And if you stand with Angel, if you're tired of the gaslighting and ready to see her take control, smash the like button and share this video with someone who needs to see the truth. Because this isn't over, not even close. Angel Reese just flipped the script, and the next chapter could change the WNBA forever. Stay tuned. The war has just begun.